One time, somebody told Buddha to fuck off.
Hey Tom, it's the one and only Floyd Money Mayweather. First I want to say congratulations on your YouTube channel. Everybody needs to follow your YouTube channel. So what everyone needs to do is subscribe to Tom Payne. Great guy, great person. Tom, keep up the great work.
So, Buddha, after he was awakened, he was kind of a controversial character, right? He was awakened. He was considered an enlightened man. People respected him, whether they liked him or not. They respected him because he had a huge following, right? Because people wanted to follow him and listen to what he said. And people thought what he said was kind of important, kind of made sense. So he had a lot of disciples that followed him wherever he go. Of course, when somebody becomes important, when somebody gets attention, there are always going to be haters. There will always be fans, and there will always be anti-fans. I know that because I have fans and I have anti-fans, right? So when you want to do something important, significant in life, you're always going to get love and hate. That's just part of it. And Buddha is the same. So there were a lot of people that really hated Buddha. It's like, what is this motherfucker, right? He just walks around in his robe and, he expects people to give him food to eat, and he gives you stories. And, that's not cool, right? And then they accuse Buddha of many things. And, one time this guy came up to Buddha and said, "Fuck you! What the fuck are you doing here, man? You don't do anything all day. You just spread your false teachings and, whatever you say doesn't make any sense. What do you mean you're just supposed to stay calm and, do nothing all day long? That's stupid, man. Fuck you." Right? So this guy came up to Buddha and he was yelling at Buddha and say, "Fuck off and die, you piece of shit," and blah, blah, blah. Right? Guess what happened? Well, guess what? What did Buddha do? Buddha just kind of, sit there, smile, right? And then that only made that man more angry, right? "What do you mean you're a fucking enlightened man? You don't look very enlightened to me. You probably haven't taken a bath for years. Why don't you get a fucking job? Do something useful, you fuckface," right? So Buddha, again, just, smiled, really didn't pay attention to the guy. So this made the man, more angry. So he got more angry at Buddha, and he's like, "Fuck you! Wake up, you fucking piece of shit, you fuck!" Right? And then Buddha just, did nothing. He just kept smiling at the man. And then eventually, the angry man grew tired, and he's like, "Why? I yell at you. I'm so angry at you. Why don't you say something?" Right? And Buddha finally said, "Well, why should I be angry? Because I'm fucking yelling at you!" "Well, I didn't receive any yelling. I didn't receive any kind of anger from you." "But I'm angry!" "No, I didn't receive anything. I don't feel anything. I don't feel anger from you." The man's like, "Why? Why don't you feel the anger? I'm yelling at you. I'm angry at you. How can you not feel it?" And Buddha said, "Let's say if you try to give me money and I say, no, I don't want to take it. Who still has the money?" And then the man thought, I guess that would be me. I still have the money. And Buddha's like, "That's right, you bitch, right? You still got the money. So if you're angry at me and I don't accept it, guess who's angry? At who? You have the anger issues, not me, biatch." And then the angry man's like, that kind of makes sense. Yeah. All right. You're the wise man. I admit that you're pretty smart. Okay. So the moral of the story there is, you're always going to have haters, especially if you're important. key here is important. If you're not important, nobody gives a shit, right? If the more important you are, the more haters you will have. If you're the president of the United States, half of the country will hate you, right? And they're gonna all fucking yell in your face and say, you're a fucking piece of shit, president, right? The more important you are, the more haters you will have. When you're important, that is when you realize you need to understand what to listen to and what to tune out, right? You do not get affected by every voice out there. You do not get affected by every opinion out there. Some of the things you don't even hear and you don't want to hear, and it's not important to you. You gotta tune your ear and your mind to the right things and the right voices for you to make the right decisions. And there will always be haters out there, distracting you with their hate messages, right? And do not let those things bother you. Buddha is really a wise man. He understands that he is not going to be bothered by all those haters, right? He's going to focus on his energy, bringing his message to the people, helping other people to get awakened, because that is his value that he wants to push to the people. And that's why he is a godhead of his religion. That's why Buddhism is affecting millions, hundreds of millions of people across the planet, if not billions. I don't know how many, right? So, if you want to be important, there will always be haters, and you gotta understand what voices to listen to, what to focus on. Don't get distracted by the hate messages. The people that hate you are usually fucking losers. Seriously, they are all fucking losers, right? And therefore, what they say is really not important, so why are you focusing on that? Never ever. And for the haters, here's a message for you, right? The more you focus on your hate, and that is what you are. You're trying to give your hate to other people, but when other people are not accepting your hate, the hate stays with you. The hate fills your heart, your brain, your mind. You become a hateful person. And that's who you are. Because nobody gives a shit. You're poor, you have no job, you have no money, and you are filled with hate. That is what you are. And we all fucking laugh at you. And me and my disciples are all laughing in your fucking face. Take fucking action, and you are a fucktard.